Definitely starting to twinge. We just had a most beautiful reading ever. And I don't really know. I don't really know. I'm emotional because it was one of those readings that just kept coming, and the messages they just kept coming, and I'm really grateful. I'm really grateful to have been able to deliver such a beautiful message. Wow. Um, I don't even know why I pressed record. I think I just wanted a moment to appreciate the divine orchestration of things. Like, you don't need to know how everything is gonna happen. You don't need to know how everything is finna work out. It always does. And it's about what you're intentionally focusing on that then creates the next magic, the next magical appearance, experience that you get to have. It's all about what you're focusing on and how much you're trusting. It requires a lot of trust. You can force your way around this life thing as much as you want. You can keep forcing things and outcomes and circumstances to work out the way you want them to. But there is a better way for things to work out. You know, when life starts to work out for you, it's because you have surrendered some. You've not allowed yourself to orchestrate everything. It's too much. It's too much. When you start to sit in that divine power and you allow yourself to be guided by your higher self, you can relax some. You can relax a whole lot because you start to recognize what you have planned and what the divine has planned for you are two completely different things. And I have resigned over to the divine for maybe the last 4 years. And the journey, don't get me wrong, the journey has not been easy. But once you cultivate a knowing of where it is you're going, and you cultivate a knowing of what it is you are deserving of, what your inheritance looks like. We all have a divine inheritance, and it's 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 given to us, or should I say we're guided to it through the honoring of our inner child, like honoring what it is that we have desired or wanted for so long, and not just going along with things. You really have to have the discipline and discernment to say no. Start saying no to situations and things you don't want to experience anymore. Don't think you just have to put up with it because it's what you know. This life thing is way too expanded. It's way too expansive. It's way bigger than we realize. Multiplicity of dimensions and possibilities. There's too many to even grasp. And we're out here trying to control things. We're trying to control our material world. We're trying to make money, and we're trying to do this and we're trying to do that. You're doing too much. The life that you were blessed with, the gift that you've been given to experience life, this life thing, really is about stepping into that universal abundance where life starts happening. You know, the movies you used to watch when you were little, where miracles happen and miraculous things shape people's lives, and they meet a specific person and magic happens. You just become detached from the truth. You're just not connected to your infinite greatness. You're no longer believing and holding faith in this life thing. I'm feeling such a surge of energy coming through me right now. You are part of something so grand, and you're living in this tiny little, when I mean tiny, I'm talking about that little dot right there. There's so much of this life thing for you to experience, and it's designed specifically for you. There's nothing that is running out. There is no limitations. There is no urgency. It's merely about you coming out of what you know. Baby, I wasn't even trying to say nothing too heavy right here. I just know there's so much more. There is more. There is more. There is more. There is more. Spiritual narcolepsy. People asleep, baby. There's people out here asleep. Sleep. They're living in their physical. They're reliant on their physical. Ashe to the confirmation. Nothing can come in. No new information can get in. No wisdom, no intuitive guidance can get to you because you've silenced it. You've closed off from it. You don't even trust it. You don't even know what it sounds like. You feel me? If you're living in the ego, fueling yourself off of material things and personas and ways of being seen and shit, like all of that stuff always leaves you depleted. It always makes you feel like you're in a state of lack and you never can fill that cup. The 3D ego realm will never fill that cup. It will never fill that cup, baby. Whatever you're chasing, whatever you're trying to achieve by controlling circumstances and controlling how people see you and playing a role so people can think certain things of you, all of that shit is bullshit because it's about what you think of yourself, and clearly you don't trust the divine. You don't trust yourself. Your higher self is waiting to reconnect with you. Waiting for you to start trusting, start checking in, start asking questions, start asking for a different way. Start claiming what it is that you truly want. Some of you may not even know what it is that you want because you've not even allowed yourself to think outside of what you know. You're so used to trying to control shit and run shit that you may not recognize there's other shit for you. And that's okay, yo. It's okay. This is not a space of judgment, and it never will be. This is a mirror, a divine mirror that gets to show you parts of yourself that you just may not see. Embrace that. Be triggered if you want to. That's fine too. But there's still more of you available for you when you're ready. You get me? It's encouraging. Allow it to fuel your optimism, to want to know more of yourself, to want to connect with more of yourself, to want to really figure out what this life thing's about. You feel me? Milu, don't go on my laptop. Don't do it, bro. It won't work out well for you. Anyway, like I said, I wasn't even trying to say nothing too tough. Me talks. Tap in. Start loving on you. Start taking more time for you. Start giving yourself more time. This is one thing sometimes I just jump in, the channel just channels and I just go straight into. One of the ways that you can work towards this, if you're starting from like the scratch and you don't even know where to begin, start making more time for yourself. Sometimes we distract ourselves and keep ourselves so busy so we can't realize what's out of place, so we can't recognize what is missing, so we can't focus for too long on stillness. The stillness will provide you with answers. It's going to be uncomfortable at first. It's going to be uncomfortable, okay? You've been running from yourself for how long? Deep that. You've been running from yourself for long enough, right? So you're going to have to take a seat. You're going to have to start listening to some of the stuff that actually goes on in your spirit. You feel me? In your mind. Start hearing yourself. If you need to journal and write some of your feelings down, just start listening to some of the stuff you've been telling yourself, because it's the silent replay that governs your subconscious. It's the silent replay. You have an operating system, a program that you've been running for a long period of time, and that program is the core of your reality. It is all of the things that you're experiencing right now in materialized form. All of your thoughts and your beliefs are materializing a reality to match the frequency you're on. You want to start tapping into the things that you believe, who you've told yourself you have to be to achieve this thing, to be recognized, to be worthy, all of that. And you have to be willing to accept that all of it might be bullshit. All of it might need to be pulled up. All of it might need to be revisited and rewritten. We're talking coding now. You guys know I talk many languages. I talk on many different frequencies and I speak in many different dimensional languages so that I can communicate with you and resonate on whatever plane you need to connect and resonate from. It's a gift, okay? Like, Take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Don't try and make everything fit. When I speak on a frequency. I'm actually speaking a frequency, and I'm just jumping around different languages to help those who need to resonate. Third eye. It's a conversation, a very divine, high vibrational conversation, but it's being presented to you for a reason, and I believe that. That's just how my divine intuitive spirit works. All right, I'm here serving my purpose. I've done the journey. I've been on my journey, and I'm still on my journey. You feel me? I wasn't like this a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago. It's been the journey I've been doing over those 3 years that's led me to where I am now. You get me? This is ascended mastery, self-mastery, living in the God self, surrendering the ego, my friend. Like, I can have a conversation with anyone about anything because my ego doesn't govern me. My ego serves as an expression. God merely just needs a vessel to express itself through. And we get to experience this thing like it's a real live game. We create the characters we want to play. You keep putting in, inputting the same information long enough, you become the character of whatever it is you're inputting. We are coded. We are programmed. We are manipulated. We manipulate ourselves, if you want to look at it like that. We are programmed. You feel me? And we start acting in accordance with the program we've been playing for however long. So whatever you've been playing on silent replay in your thoughts is the program you're running right now, baby. The beauty of that is once you can see the program, you can reprogram the shit, baby. Whatever you reprogram, remember, it comes with materializations. You program in the unseen realm, the 5D, the subconscious. You start putting in the coding you want, and then it returns to you fruitful. It returns in a manifestation in the material energy. If you want to make it a science conversation, energy works that way, okay? Energy creates. Energy creates. So you are an energetic being. So whatever it is you want to create, it requires you to input certain information. And it's the information I want you to be aware of. But the information, the higher knowledge, the higher being that you are, it requires you to start being aware of the information you've been putting in so far. It's no good and well just trying to start inputting all of these requests of coding to become something else, and you don't even know who you are right now. You have to reconnect with yourself. To some, it means you have to go backwards to go forwards. You have to understand who you've been, why you've been that way, and how you ended up that way. Where those beliefs came from, what experiences led to you believing the things that you believe about yourself right now. And then coming to learn that none of it is even real. None of it holds any weight or gravity. Your experiences do not define you. You define you. You program you. You design you. You play the characters you want to play, baby. That's it. That's all of it. Be integral with your inner universe. Don't just live out here in this 3D realm and think that's all of it, baby, because you're living your internal world, whether you want to acknowledge that or not. You are living the manifestation of your internal world. So why not be aware of it? Why not rule it? Why not be the sovereign being that you are? Don't just be running programs and be sleep. Because if you ain't running your own program, I promise you're running someone else's. Whatever stereotype that's been placed on you, whatever box you've been put in, whatever the powers that be, the structures have made you believe yourself to be, and you're fulfilling that role, you're fulfilling the program that they've placed upon you. Baby, like, deep it. There's a reason why communities end up the way they do, because of the constant projections that are placed upon them, and then they try to find their way out of the box. You can't find your way out of a role. You can't find your way out of a role that you have agreed to play. You have to change the character. If you think that you are oppressed by something outside of you, you're playing the role of the game they created for you. If you think that the world is run by set people and those people have power over you, you're playing the role of which they have power over you. There is a role that you play where those people don't even exist. They have nothing to do with your livelihood. They have nothing to do with the experience you're having. It's just the role you're playing. Anyway, I'm going to leave this one here. because I've had enough. Had enough. And it's always love. I'm always going to keep it real with you. This one felt like it was for the man them. Don't know why. Just did. It just did. And for those of you who are new to the Divine Mirror, welcome. Feel me? Like I speak many different languages on many different frequencies. I change form many times. I change form. Deep it. I need you to really deep it. I change form. Okay? And that is to allow you the ability to see yourself, to see your abundance. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. Ashe, divinely grounded in the highest light, the purest guidance, the brightest sun, the healing. Like I said, anyway, I'm getting out of here. Any of you who may want to tap into more services, the information will be down in my description. What else am I saying now? It's I'm sending love, I'm sending healing, I'm sending balance. You feel me? Balance of both your dark and your light, because you need both. You're not half of a being, you're all of it. Okay? God must know itself, light and dark. And yeah, subscribe if you resonate. And I'm really grateful to assist you on your journey, your continued journey towards your higher self. Constant, never ending, continuous. You are consciousness. You are me and I am you. Know yourself. Know thyself. All right, it's love. I'm out of here. It's always a word.